In case you were wondering where we were, Random Wednesday on a Random Wednesday. We're on Tough Boulevard, and I'm dressed in blue because today we're bringing you guys a car that lives on Tough Boulevard. This is a vehicle with a 3-liter V6 engine, pushing out 185 kilowatts of power, 600 Newton meters of torque. That's officially the most powerful car we've tested on this channel. And it does all that through a 10-speed gearbox. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Ford Everest. Now this thing is absolutely spectacular. As you can see, like I said, 3-liter V6 turbo diesel engine, some absolutely gorgeous 20-inch wheels. Yes, 20-inch wheels. It's sitting on dubs. We got the graphite mirrors that have the blind spot detector built into them, some gorgeous silver roof rails. You might just see a hint of the sunroof right there. But why is this Everest as spectacular as it is? Well, let me show you real quick. This is the Wildtrak. Yeah, gone are the days of the old Nissan Sunny. You remember the Nissan Sunny where Nissan just literally took the then one-tonner double cab and just sort of put a fiberglass canopy permanently on it? They were nice cars for their time. But this is something that Ford has been building since the year 2003. So they got 22 years of experience in building this type of vehicle. And when you take a look at this one, especially on the exterior, absolutely gorgeous. You see these solid side steps that are running across the side of the vehicle? That light silver speck at the bottom is exactly the same that you find on the skid plate at the front, right at the bottom of the bumper. You've got this dark gray, almost graphite material that runs over the wheel arches that we saw earlier on the mirrors. And the mirrors also house the cameras for the 360-degree camera system. The dimple on the driver's door tells you that it uses keyless entry. And how is that for wheel arches? I mean, they're absolutely massive. Like I said earlier, these tires are 20-inch, and yet still, look at how much space you got. Anyone want to put some 32s on it? Yeah, how funny is it that Goodyear Wrangler tires that are on it are actually called Territory, and this is a Ford. Enough about the outside, guys. Let's take a look at it inside. Welcome to the luxurious interior of the Ford Everest Wildtrak. Step inside. All right, driving impressions of the Ford Everest Wildtrak. Now, look guys, we all know the Ford Everest as a nameplate, right? In the previous rendition of the Ford Everest, which they put in production since 2003, we didn't have a Wildtrak. But I'm not mad at them for introducing us to the Wildtrak in this shape. It makes so much sense. Honestly speaking, driving around in this car, oh man, you can tell people aren't used to seeing an Everest of this shape in this spec. The rims, Wildtrak specific. The badging on the back also telling you it's a Wildtrak lets you know exactly what it is that you're looking at. It looks different to the Platinum. It looks different to the XLTs. And it stands out on its own. It's absolutely brilliant that Ford decided to introduce this vehicle to the South African market because it is so awesome. Look, let's start off with how it is that this interior feels. starting off from the steering wheel. The steering wheel is a very good size. Not too thin, not too thick. The thicker the steering wheel tends to make you feel like you're sort of driving a real performance car, like a nice sports car. Now, that said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with how it is that this car's steering feels, but it feels just right. It feels just right. The orange stitching on it looks the part. It matches with all of this orange stitching that we find inside the interior. Where your hands and arms land is all soft touch. Very, very minimal use of piano black, and that is such a good thing. Thank you, Ford, for that. We got a little piano black around this absolutely massive screen that we have now become accustomed to in the Fords, but that's about it. There's nowhere else where you find piano black apart from around the vents, and that's it. There's nowhere where the piano black becomes a problem for people when it comes to fingerprints. As I look down at the steering wheel and notice a little piano black at the bottom of the steering wheel. So that's the one place where you will get it. But this interior feels good. You sit very, very high up. It's a very commanding seat position that you're in. Your view out is very good. The car does feel sporty though, even though it is such a big vehicle. And why I say it feels sporty is because the glass house of the vehicle just feels so compact. It doesn't feel as expansive as you would expect it to be in a vehicle of this size. So because of that, it does feel quite sporty when you're sitting in it. Your shoulder line, literally, your window shoulder line is really, really high, and it makes you feel very immersed in the car. And when you couple that with the fact that you've got this gorgeous black roof lining on it, you get a feeling of sportiness in the car. You get this feeling that, you know, this vehicle, you're fully in control of. Sound system in this car, I don't see it branded in any kind of way, but man, does it bang. I mean, wow. Yeah, look, really, really rich tones to it, very warm sound, but at the same time, you turn the volume up and it responds accordingly. It really does. It's one of those vehicles where you want to jump in and play music all the time. Now, I'm a sound guy. You guys know I'm always talking about sound systems on this channel, and I am more than happy with this one. This car's sound system is absolutely stunning. Let's talk about the driver binnacle right in front of the driver here. Everything is laid out very simply. I like the fact that it doesn't flood you with too much information, right? It lets you know what gear you're in. It lets you know what music you're playing. And then from there, it lets you know how much range you've got left on your fuel in your tank, and then how many kilometers you've got on your actual vehicle. And then that's about it. At the top, you've got your speed readout. You've got your compass that tells you what direction you're driving in, and then it's your temperature. It sounds like a lot, but the way it's laid out, it's so simple. It's so easy to read. You don't have to spend time trying to figure out what you're looking for, what you're looking at. No. Here, Ford has definitely hit the nail on the head as far as giving you what you need when you need it. Anything else, go to the big screen. That screen is big for a reason. It literally will show you every single thing. Now, this car has got ambient lighting that runs across the doors and even on the dashboard. That same graphite gray color that we saw on the outside of the vehicle runs across the inside too, across the dashboard and on the doors with a little chrome strip on it. But very, very comfortable place to be. Honestly speaking, you can eat up tons of kilometers with this vehicle on the open road. The mirrors are absolutely huge, as you'd expect in a car of this size. And all of your modern conveniences work very well. There's a huge sunroof, which I'm happy with. Again, you guys know me with the sunroofs. It's perfect for me. It opens sort of halfway, but you got a nice panoramic sunroof on this vehicle, and it does the things that you needed to do as far as letting light into the car. Now the interesting thing about this car, it's got tons of road presence. You drive around in it, people turn, they look. It's obviously a very big car, right? It's a 7-seater, but at no point do you feel detached from the people at the back. It's got loads of space in the back. The third row of seats, we know, mainly for small children. Even the opening that's there, I mean, the seat doesn't tumble forward the way maybe you would like it to, but it sort of folds flat and then slides forward, which is fine, I guess, if you're loading little children in the back. But if you're loading adults, you might struggle a little bit with them getting into the back seats. But apart from that, it is absolutely stunning. You've got your USB-C ports, you've got your USB-A ports, you've got your wireless charging pad in this vehicle too, making sure that everybody's covered when it comes to the charging. Your drive mode selector, very simple to use, sits right behind your gear lever, and you know the gear lever does that little party trick where you switch the car off and then it moves itself into park. I like that. But yeah, appointments in this car, super generous. Interestingly, inside your center cubby here, you have the 12-volt socket in there. It's not on the dashboard as you might maybe expect it to be, but it's sort of hidden away in there. But yeah, look, absolutely tons of space in this car. Road presence is on 1000. I mean, people see this vehicle, they do a double take. I never thought I'd like an SUV in white as much as I like this one. It actually works. The white somehow makes it pop. That contrast with the black accents that are all over it and the gray really make it stand out quite a bit. You've got your sunglass holder. All of your interior lighting is LED. But yeah, the vents going all the way to the back make sure that your air-conditioned air gets distributed quite well, and you can control the strength of the speed of the fan from the back. But you know, there's a reason why Ford has so many models in its Bucky and Everest range right now. They just seem to be hitting every single nail on the head. Whatever it is that you need, whatever you're into, they'll provide it, and I'm here to test it. So yeah, look, honestly speaking, one that I've really enjoyed driving is this Everest. I'm actually now looking forward to driving an XLT rendition, because this is the first Everest I've ever driven on this channel. But I'm interested in driving an XLT just to find out, you know, how much more spectacular this is to that. The one thing that I know is different is your 600 Newton meters of torque, 185 kilowatts of power. It is, yeah, it's quite an engine. This 3-liter V6 turbo diesel is one that will do duty in this car for a very long time. No issues whatsoever when it comes to that. I'm happy with it. Who wouldn't be happy with such a powerful car? It's really quick, acceleration is seamless, and driving through all 10 of those gears, it feels like a CVT. So smooth are those gear changes that you almost forget that you're in a vehicle with 10 gears. But yeah, really solid vehicle. I can't lie. It's one that I've enjoyed driving. And I'm looking forward to driving other vehicles from the Ford stable, because nowadays they seem to be ticking all the right boxes. That was absolutely stunning. Yeah, look, this was one for the books. Honestly speaking, guys, that V6 engine, the amount of power, the amount of torque that it pushes out, absolutely crazy. I fully enjoyed this one, and I could talk about this car for the next hour. But that brings us to the end of this episode. If it's your first time bumping into our channel, please, by all means, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button too, and maybe share it with friends of yours that might like what it is that we're doing here. My name is not important. What's important is what we're doing. It's Random Wednesday. Let's get it.
Now let's take a look at some quick specs. For more information, please contact the numbers on screen.